Hello, everyone. I am back again with another review of my watch list. And I have managed to narrow my red list, my hot list, to just 10. It was about 15. I've got about 20 that really looks very interesting. I've narrowed it down to 15, and then I took out 5 that I really didn't want to take it out, but I took it out anyway. I wanted to limit it to 10. All right, so let's go. First, I'm looking at Kotak Bank. Okay, please remember, don't buy these just because they're on my list. Only buy if they are if they meet up to your standards and your analysis, yeah, for the stocks and the price action. Okay, so here we are, Kotak Bank. So I'm looking at this level of 2041 and 2041.40. I'm looking at that level to break out of this level here and then to retest. So it may be, looking out during this entire week. I don't know. Let's see. Or it could happen just in a couple of days. And remember, this is the weekly chart I'm looking at. Here is the daily chart. Okay. So the daily chart also is looking pretty good because it's like right there. And you see a doji candle last Friday. So that's something that looks very interesting to see which way it goes, if it continues up. And you can see the wick touching that my line there, 2041 line, it had crossed that and it came back down. So I want to see if it does a clear breakout and a retracement. Okay. Next one is ITC. ITC has been doing some interesting movements this week, and it kind of broke out of this resistance and touched the next level and came back down. So I want to see what that means. Okay, this week I want to kind of see what that means, because on the daily chart it's looking like a retracement. Okay, if that is so, if that is the case, I want to see if there will be a price movement, if there will be a bigger jump up. If that happens, all right, if it happens from this line to this, we're looking at about 7 to 8% move right there, and which could be, a nice move to look forward to. Let's see. And we don't know how long that would take, but that's something I'm looking forward to. All right, next is LT, Larson and Toubro. All right, here we are. My question would be regarding this. All right, that's the daily chart. That looks pretty good. And here's a weekly chart. And so my question is this a retracement? Okay, and then let's go back to a daily chart now. I want to start with the weekly and go to the daily. All right, so the question is this a retracement? How do I know? Well, here's a red candle on last Friday, and it could keep going down a little further, touch this line and go up. And that's what I'm waiting to see happen. And if it touches and then gives a green candle going up, then that's a place I would look forward to entering. All right, now next one is NTPC. All right, with NTPC, again, the question of retracement. Okay, here is a resistance level. If you're not sure about the resistance levels and how these lines are drawn, please watch last Thursday's video, and you will see how we make that analysis. We're looking for recent and frequent resistance levels and support levels. Okay, remember, resistance becomes support and support becomes resistance. Okay, you can look that up. And so I want to see if this is a resistance. Look at the daily chart. Here we are. Look at that. Okay, so we see it looked like it was going down once and went up, and I'm curious to see what happens. Is this kind of bouncing again, and will it turn into another sideways move, or will it go up? Okay, and I'm not really sure, of course, and we'll see what happens. And if it continues to be a sideways move, I'll move it from my red list. Okay, and I won't waste my time with that. NTPC. Next one is JSW Energy. All right, JSW Energy. Ah, here we are. Look at this. Let me just take it like this and show you what's been happening. Okay. So it's been a very strong weekly bullishness that I've been noticing. All right. And see, we had this 1 week, 24%, next week, 5%, 8%, 9.1. Last week was 10.16%. Okay. So this week also, I want to see what happens. It might be something that I'll put a certain amount in and just leave it for the entire week and see what happens by Friday. Okay, because look at what happens on the daily chart. Look at this on the daily chart. It's kind of looking all kinds of like weird ways, right? But look, not that weird. See, the first day, it's a butterfly. Yeah, doji. It's a butterfly doji, and then you have a couple of hammers, although they're red. Couple of hammer candles, and then here is a indecision candle, and then this one is a bullish. So it's been very good this week, and so I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Okay, next one is, and so I may enter into JSW Energy for a small amount and then just hold on to it for the whole week for a good swing trade. All right, HDFC Bank is something else that I'm kind of keeping my eyes on. Why? Because it's coming up to this resistance level, and I want to see if it touches there and moves up. That's what I'm curious to find out. And or will it just continue with the swing up and down, up and down? Okay. Now, if it moves up, that might be a place that I would say, well, I would look for a retracement. That's a daily candle right there. Next one is Zeal. Some of you made some good money last week with Zeal. And the only reason it's on my watch list is I'm curious to see what happens to Zeal after 2 weeks of very bullish runs. And look at this. I want to just show you where it opened and closed. See, it's about 25%. Okay, if you take the whole thing, that would be about 40%. But a good 25% was right there. So that's looking nice. Zeal is looking good. But let's see what happens this week. Oil, OIL. All right, Oil India. All right, again, that's another weekly thrust, 8.9%. Previous week, the open and close was only a little bit, and the week before that, a big, open and close. But we just don't look at that. But what I'm looking to see is, all right, what's going to happen with this next level? All right, two things I'm looking for. Is it going to continue this move up to this level? Okay, because 244 is where you're going to face resistance, even if you get in right now. Okay, and if the bullish trend continues, all right, if the bullish trend continues and you get in, you're most likely going to face resistance at 244.45, which would be about 12.3. All right, 12.3%. Okay, so which is not bad. All right, next one is Wipro. I'm looking at Wipro this week as well. Again, there's a channel pattern. Okay, I've got this nice channel pattern that I'm looking at. Here we are, and let me just, yeah, here it is, nice channel pattern. And I want to see, and it tried to break out a couple of times, but it just didn't do it. So I want to see what's going to happen. This Friday's candle doesn't look that good. Okay, Friday's candle doesn't look good. It looks like it's just kind of bouncing, and I want to see if it'll bounce out like this, retrace, and then will it go up? So this is a fake retracement. It's just like a fake out, and I want to see if it will continue going up. Then let's see what happens with Wipro, and if there's some good news issues or something that comes up, it could like thrust it through this level and make it go a little further up. Let's see. TCS is the next one I have my eyes on, and here we are. Okay, so on this chart, and I've drawn a kind of a broad, let's see, yeah, I've drawn a broad and wide trend line. And I'm not sure how good this is, but it's kind of a long one, and a long-term one. That's what I mean by long. It's a long-term trend line, and I want to see if it will break out of that trend line, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so TCS is another one. So I've narrowed it down to about 10. Okay, and please take a look at these. And like I said, don't jump into any just because they're on my list, but rather see, you draw the lines, please. You go through and draw the lines of resistance and all of that, and then if you would like, take a look at last week's last Thursday's video, this month's video, monthly class, and you'll see how I draw those lines, the resistance levels like this, and also the triangle patterns, how we draw that, why we draw that, and what we're looking for. It's there in that video. And let's see if I get time, I'll try to link that video to the bottom of this this YouTube video. But remember, if you find these weekly reviews beneficial to you, please please press like. And also, if you got questions about this, what I'm doing and all that, please make sure to leave a comment, and I'll answer it right here, and I'll respond to that. And then if there's something you want to look forward to, like next month's class, let me know as well for October. And one by one, we'll do it. We'll take a look at it. We'll learn together, and we'll make some money together. All right, thank you. And also remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe, and make sure. And some of you have said that, oh, my Signal group, the notifications are off for my Signal group. What I did was I not only kept my notifications on, but for this group, I've made a different sound, a special sound, so that whenever there's any kind of a message in this group, I get a different sound, and I know immediately it's this group, so I can try to respond quickly. If my day is too busy, I may not be able to, but I try. All right, have a great day, and I hope you are all doing well, and wish you well for this week of trading. Have a good day. God bless you.